It's the AFC North Champs. We back. Not Coach Tomlin show. My boy Cody, Money Mitch in the building. Um, we here. We here. Happy to say that we got another game remaining. You know,
Absolutely.
we
Let's
have
We
go.
survived.
we have punched
We
our ticket.
survived.
Punched our ticket to the single elimination tournament, as Mike will call it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yo, so I don't even know if it's Thursday at this point. I don't know if it's worth even going over that game anymore at this point. But um, I wanted to
We can
know.
tap into it.
We could touch base on it. I think there's some stuff to talk about in regards to that game, especially regarding the matchup we got coming up with the Texans. But I
Yeah.
want to know. I had a question for y'all. Is now that the season is done, the regular season is done. I wanted to know from each of y'all what your favorite moment or favorite play from the season was.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
Damn.
Damn. Favorite Oh, well, I'm gonna have to say the obvious one was Kenny G's touchdown catch, probably the catch of the year in the
In the Detroit
NFL.
game?
Like that. That is, yeah.
I got the
That
same.
was crazy.
Yeah, that was bugged
That
out.
was
And that
crazy.
kind of led the Pittsburgh to a win if you really think about it, because Lions started scoring. But that catch was just unbelievable. Like that play was unreal. You don't see that from running backs, so that's going to be my number
I don't
one.
see that from anybody, man. He was falling on the ground and the ball somehow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
it's
fantastic.
Yeah,
crazy.
What
I
you think
kind of
about
agree with
Mitch?
Cody. I agree with Cody. I was thinking the same thing. I will say moments. It was some moments like defense taking a stand against Baltimore in that last game.
Mhm.
How they played in the second half against Derrick Henry was remarkable. Uh,
Mhm.
Cam played his ass off. Not just him. That whole
Yeah,
front played their ass off, and a lot of people didn't give him a lot of credit for it, which I'm just used to because I'm still a fan, bro. We not gonna get a lot of credit for nothing we do. But they played. I think it was 7 or 8 carries for 35 yards. I think in the second half, they stoned them, and that's what I was expecting. But for real, if we gonna chop it up, he broke them 2 runs, and that was pretty much it. Like,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
that
so
that
like
was
he
that
had
was
20 carries on the he had 20
yeah,
carries on the game, and I think he had 15 in the first half or
yeah.
16,
yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
Something I don't know. Baltimore dumb, and now the coach got fired and all that. Anyway, um,
Yeah.
I'll say,
But
by the way,
they
a
fell
second
behind, so
play
they
that I would. Oh, my bad. The second play I was going to say for me that I would probably put behind the Kenny G is the first game of the season with Ramsey with that huge hit against the Jets that gave us that win. That stands out obviously because that kicked off our season in a tremendous way, a scary way because we almost lost the Fields, but is like you couldn't ask for a better win
that was
right
gonna be
there
my
and how it
moment. That was
ended.
gonna be my moment because I was there. So like I watched it live. Like I'm sitting here like, oh,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
get
So that's
we
special
getting
for you
diced
for
up all
sure.
game. Justin having a fantastic game, probably the best game that he had this year. And I'm like, oh man,
Yeah,
this is getting crazy. And then Garrett Wilson. If he saw Garrett Wilson a little earlier, that was the first down. But when he
yeah.
threw it and Ramsey came through and broke it up, that crowd went crazy,
Hmm.
crazy. The whole stadium was
line went
rocking.
crazy too.
Whole stadium was
Yeah,
rocking.
that was a good.
That
That
You
was a
felt
good.
like you were probably in Pittsburgh.
no, for real. The towels was crazy, and first game of the year, Aaron's first game. That moment, all of the totality, and us being down 2 scores in that game. That was the first glimpse of what the new version of the team was gonna look like and how they could put it all together.
Mhm.
And of course, I went into it like, I feel hopeful, and then like, you know,
Yeah.
the reality set in, and turns out Seattle probably the best team in the NFL
Was
the next week. You know what I mean?
exactly. I'm about to say.
So like,
But feeding off of your like favorite play of the year, what about your favorite game? Like, what do you think was our best game in a whole, or what do you think is the best game like just to watch wise? Do you think the Jets are up there for you as well because you were there,
I
or
think
would you put other games
I
above
think the
that one?
Colts game was a signature game.
That's a good
given
one.
them being like,
Yeah.
looked at as like the best team in the league, on fire, and us kind of being where we were like at that point in the season, and that was where like, yo, what y'all got? You got to dig deep, you know what I mean? And the guys came out and really both sides of the ball in the trenches really took over that game. And that we talk about stifling. At that point, Jonathan Taylor was running over everybody. You know what I mean? So to
Yeah.
really
No,
to stifle him
absolutely.
in that game, coming off, and how much that meant for us to have to get that, we needed that. That was a must win at that point in the season for us. So
Definitely.
for the guys to answer in that way was huge, and obviously we would have loved for them to just carry that momentum and really roll through everybody, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. Like, we're here, we punched the ticket, man. We in the tournament now.
Yeah. Mitch, what about you? What was your game? Like your favorite game, where you thought was the best game, or whatever it may be?
My favorite game would probably be the second Cincinnati game, because after listening to
That was complete.
all the
Yeah.
BS that we got coming from that game, I felt like all sides of the ball answered the call that game.
Mm-hmm.
And then and then like because I watched them dog walk Baltimore in their stadium, and no one said anything, but we lost them by 2 points, and everyone acted like the world was
Yeah.
fault. Like,
Yeah.
and it was crazy to
Yeah.
me. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It was crazy to me, and I still think like I felt like we like the forgotten team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I felt like we just like Carolina
Mm.
right now.
Yep.
To me,
We
Yeah.
barely
And
got in. It's
even though we
there's
won
no
our way
chance
in.
because Houston defense is the best in the world that the world has ever
Yeah.
seen. So there's no chance that the Steelers could win this game. That's
Exactly.
basically how everybody's looking at it. But we definitely got in by the skin of our teeth, boy. I'll tell you that. I did not watch Tyler Luke
Yeah.
miss that kick. I did not see it because after Lightly caught the pass, I said,
I didn't
I'm
either.
going to bed, bro. I'm going to bed. And
Yeah.
my wife came running in the room like, he missed it, and I was like, why is she playing with me?
Yeah.
And then I went in the
Well,
living room and
y'all saw my video.
I went in the living room. I
Y'all
saw
saw my
everybody
video.
cheering. I was like, I just started laughing so hard, like, wow.
Yeah.
Y'all saw my video.
We here now.
Me and my sons went crazy. We went absolutely
Oh.
nuts in here. Like, it was because I came in my room. I put my head on my bed like, oh my god.
Yeah, because
I heard it though. I didn't see it, but I heard it. And when I heard that, I ran out of the living room.
I walked in my room, boy.
I didn't see it, but I heard it.
I walked in the room. I kicked my slippers off. I said, "All right, man. I'm just gonna go ahead and lay this down." I was getting ready to get in the bed. My wife came running in like, "He missed it. He missed it."
Yeah. My wife was sitting on the couch. I was probably 2 feet from the TV. Like, I thought I wanted my face in the stadium to feel like if he were going to make it or miss it. And I just was like, I was locked in. I was like, Boswell missed it right. The wind's gusting, maybe, but like I was just doing this thing, watching the TV, and then when he missed, erupted. I was like, "There's no way." I gave my wife the whitest high five ever. So, but it was exciting.
It was so funny seeing some couple of people on my Facebook. They got kids and all of that stuff. So like the Steelers fans, you could see them like cheering quietly because they didn't want to wake all the kids up.
Yeah.
They're like,
yep.
Let's go. It was hilarious, man. But like
that moment was special for me though. I'm not gonna lie, but like my youngest son came over here just to watch it with me and my oldest son. So, because most of the time, a lot of times we watch games together. You know what I'm saying? So, when my son goes back to school next Friday, so it was like, yeah, me come in here and watch the game with my bro and my dad.
Yeah.
And then they was about to lose. We sitting in the living room like, what the hell, bro? We about to lose to these goofies.
Yep.
Y'all don't know what it's like being
you
here.
You live in Maryland too, so you got to do
and
it.
losing to them.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It's a horrible feeling. I've been talking so much shit all week. Everybody got something to say about my hat or my shirt. Y'all get lucky. I said, tell them make a kick. That's what
hey man, I tell you what. I'll tell you what though, because I want to kind of get like, the celebration is one thing, but like the Kobe, we not job's not finished. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
This
love
is
that
just one
post.
part of it. Obviously, it feels that much special because we in getting in, we kicked Baltimore out. So like, that's sweet. That's beautiful.
And they fired their coach.
And they coach got
They
and they
fired their
coach got
coach and they kept their
Man, you know
kicker.
what I'm saying?
So
and it,
Triple cheeseburger.
yeah.
You know
So
what
that's
I'm
like
saying?
that's a. So people like, you lighting a cigar like y'all won the Super Bowl. I'm like, bro, listen. First of all, I don't even light cigars ever. That's the first time I ever lit a cigar. It was a bad idea. Like, so I'm not one of my finer moments in life, but like
He like I'm
yeah,
dying
it's
over
a
here.
big deal, bro. We beat Baltimore. We beat
Yeah.
Baltimore. They're out. We're in. Like, we win the division. Like, that's huge. What you talk about?
yeah,
Everybody had us finishing
And we swept.
fourth in the division. You know what I mean? This, that, and the third. Talking about the Steelers team has no chance of going. Like, you know what I mean? When the season started, we the division champs now. So
Yada.
yeah,
It
Yeah, we
seems
done
like when the division is on the line between Pittsburgh and Baltimore, Pittsburgh prevails. Like it just seems like in those type of games, Pittsburgh always prevail. Not always, but like majority of the time will
like
prevail.
I remember that
So it was just
Antonio
nice to
Brown
see them
touchdown.
do it
Remember that
again. Yeah,
for the
that was the
division?
I
best
mean,
one.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, even the AFC divisional game in 2008 with the Troy pick six to seal it, like
Yeah.
those type of games,
Oh, that was the
winning it
AFC
like
title
that,
game.
obviously,
That was-
like yeah,
yeah, I was at
yeah,
that game.
exactly.
I was at that game.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
Bro, when I tell you it was crazy,
yeah.
crazy the understatement, bro.
And
I'm
then
sorry.
and then Ben Roethlisberger's last regular season game that Boswell makes the kick. Unfortunately, Baltimore doesn't know what it's like to hit a game-winning field goal to get into the playoffs. But
Mm-hmm.
it's another example of Steelers prevailing. So I'm
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
I'm super happy with it.
And so
Yeah.
the other thing about the Baltimore game that stood out to me is like, because I remember we've talked about it. We've been wondering why, um, Roman Wilson didn't get the start, why he was inactive, and things
Mm-hmm.
like that. But Aaron and the veteran receivers, when after listening to him talk after the game and talking about the importance of the film and positioning and the eyes and knowing, like, you could see that pass to Thielen that he made. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying he wouldn't have made it.
Oh.
I'm not saying he wouldn't have made that to Roman, but like those those subtleties within the game.
Yeah,
That's something. Those are things that like
Young guys don't know.
the young guys aren't able to pick up on just yet. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like
a vet with a vet,
Right.
A vet
Yeah.
and a vet on the same
yeah,
page.
so like him and
I agree.
MVS, like the back shoulder went he caught that joint. You know what I mean? And it's like those little subtle things is where I was like, all right, I kind of understand it now. And the way Aaron was talking about like film and understanding what you're seeing in the film, and then like if I'm giving a signal,
MVS almost dropped that pass.
yes, he did. Yo, but don't be talking about him. Watch what you say about MVS, man. Hey, we won 4 out of 5 games with my boy in the lineup. You heard?
I had to.
We won 4 out of 5 with my
I
boy
had
in the
to do
lineup.
it, bro.
Things turned around once the help came through. You
Yeah.
heard?
Aaron
No,
did
and
a
it's
great
been.
job
I mean, it's been
distributing
said all.
He did a great job distributing the
Mhm.
ball around, bro. He really did. He got the ball to everybody when
Yeah.
he needed to get to him. But my favorite pass of that game was that seam route to Furmu. That was my favorite pass of that football game.
Mm-hmm.
He dimed.
Oh, for sure.
Yep.
I was like,
Dime,
yeah, that's
absolute dime.
He tried to throw that same
And they
pass
talked
early
about it
this
all
season.
week.
Yeah. Go ahead, Cody.
Oh, yeah, they've been talking about it all week. That really was vintage Rodgers in the second half. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we can scrap up the first half to both quarterbacks just not showing up whatsoever.
Mhm.
But, like, at least the Steelers continued to pass the ball throughout the game. Like, I joked around saying, like, Baltimore saw Lamar only had, like, 7 passes at half. And it's like, we got to get to where Rodgers is. You know what I mean? Because he had, like, 20 attempts at half. But if we have to throw it 30, 40 times with him against the Texans to win, then so be it. Like, put the ball in a vet's hands.
Yeah.
I know he can't. He's not the same quarterback, but he showed just massive flashes of the old Rodgers, the MVP Rodgers, and down the stretch in the fourth
Yeah,
quarter.
but in that third, we didn't abandon the run either, which is what I appreciate.
No, true.
Because
true.
Jalen Warren and Kenny, them dudes were scared to tackle. When I looked at some of the replays, I'm like, Baltimore. Maybe this was the issue all year, but them dudes couldn't wrap up for nothing.
Yeah.
Even Roquan was out there struggling. I said, oh, this is this is great for us, but it looking bad out here.
It's some
Yeah,
subtle,
I
it was
was
some
confused with
subtle
their
things that
strategy or
happened.
their scheme.
It was some subtle things that happened during the game that I think that Steelers took advantage of. Like they put Roquan in space against Kenny
Yep.
Gainwell a couple of
Hmm.
times, hit him on some plays, put him in space, covering tight ends. But I don't know if y'all peeped it, but when 14 went out,
Yeah. I was about to
the
say that.
floodgates
I was about
opened.
to say that when
When he
Hamilton
when he
went
went
down.
Yeah,
out, and
no,
then
absolutely.
we immediately started attacking
Them
the
seams.
middle of the
Yep.
field.
Them
When they
seams
started
is
to close
open.
it up, now the flats come back open. Like the strategy from Aaron Rodgers, because they said he said he was calling a lot of his own plays at that point because his headset went out in the helmet.
Yep.
But I was like, it was vintage Aaron Rodgers. That's what it looked like. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? He picked them apart.
Yeah.
And
Them
people can
dimes he threw the
say,
moves
oh,
in
it
the
was
middle,
luck
man.
and
The
everything.
way he hit Fire Muth going down the seam.
Yeah,
I said, all right,
Yeah,
man.
that
And
was
then,
yeah,
Calvin Austin, man, we didn't talk about how Calvin, we go back to the Cleveland game and how we only put up 6 points, but having Calvin out there made a big difference too. You know what I'm saying? Um, because no Darnell, no DK, no Cat, like that's huge. If you talk about not having those
yeah,
guys
the
in the
main
game
guys that we
in
have.
Cleveland, and so like having Calvin back last week was huge. Obviously, he made the play that the game winning touchdown. That they just called off in the huddle. When Aaron described it and
yeah.
he asked Calvin what he wanted, and the lineman was like, "Yo, just go cook that dude." And Aaron's like, "All right, give me a hitch and go." You know what I mean? That's not
Yeah,
Arthur Smith. People talk about, oh, Arthur Smith caught like no.
Yeah,
Aaron told him run that hitch and go. Put Buddy on skates, and there it was, right? Speaking
yeah,
of skates though, what is up with Jalen Ramsey, bro?
yeah, man. That was I don't know what he was doing in that situation because as a safety, obviously you want to avoid a penalty, but go hit the motherfucker.
No, 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 no,
Pardon
no.
my
I'm
language,
talking
but
about the
like
whole
go
game.
go hit
I'm talking
him.
about the whole game
Oh yeah,
because he got
all right.
two
yeah,
So
touchdowns scored on him, 2 or 3, 2.
all of that wasn't on him. All of it wasn't on him. And at first I thought the same thing, but I had to go back and look. So when I go back and look, the coverage scheme they was playing was god awful in them positions because one of them
it was three
one
times.
yeah no, so one of them he was you could tell he must have his coverage man was up, so he came up. Duggar had to abandon the middle of the field because they was sitting in a zone and the other receiver got passed through. You playing a zone, you passing them through to the safe.
Right.
He was passing them through to the safe, but he was wide open. So you had two guys wide open. Duggar just took the guy in the corner. So it looked like it was on Ramsey, but the whole time Ramsey man was up. You see what I'm saying? So that
Well, it
was his
looked like it's
Yeah,
job.
on Ramsey because
His
he's standing
job
there
was
by
to play up.
himself and the dude running right past him.
yeah,
Right. But that's what I'm saying. It's a zone. It's a zone. So he's playing up in the area. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But the second one, I think he was eyeing the backfield. I think that one was on him. I think he was as eyes in the backfield. They were so
That's what I
preoccupied with
think. That's what I
stopping
think happened.
Henry.
That's what happened both times though, because it's
Yeah.
like he tried to jump because it was a 4th and 1 or 2 or something like that, or maybe fourth. It might have been 4th and 3. So he was trying to like jump ahead, like it
Step
was about
up.
to be a stop route, and
Mhm.
Tez Walker just went right across his face, and there's nobody over
Right.
there. So like it just looked crazy on film. But that last play,
yeah. But then the third time
you
with
got to knock
Likely,
it down,
like
bro. You got to knock it down.
Yeah,
you
he
have to be
went for
way
the
more
ball.
aggressive
All
than
he had
that.
to do was
Like that
knock it
was
away.
not a. That's it. Be a little bit more aggressive. I'm not saying lower your helmet and get a penalty, obviously, but be
Mhm.
more aggressive with how you're going to knock that ball down or get the ball out as a safety. I just thought that was really soft play
He
by
thought he was going to
Ramsey.
catch a game-winning interception and throw his helmet
Yeah, he
off
I
and
did.
think
start
so
dancing and
too.
all that.
Yeah,
It's like, but
But you know
you're
yeah,
not
what though?
between the
We
you're not
also
between the
got to
man and the
remember this
ball. You
is
between the ball, like the man is in between you and the ball, bro.
yeah.
we also got to give him
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of courtesy. This is his first season playing safety. You see what I'm saying? He
Yeah,
ain't never played
but
safety until this
Hey, but
season.
he
He been
done
playing
covered a lot of
solid.
people in the past 15 years. You know,
Yeah, he
so
done lined
like
the ball over this damn defense. I know that for damn
speaking
sure.
of safety though, did y'all hear that Deshaun Elliott trying to work to get back for the playoffs?
Yeah,
oh wow,
yeah, I heard about that.
They,
Said he could possibly come back
that
later to the title game.
they said they said he'd been in the facility. It's on some like Fred Warner stuff. Like what? This dude might come back.
That's crazy. That would be crazy.
Not for the Sunday, not for Monday, obviously, but like,
yeah, no, I
you
know. Either way,
if we make a run, they say he may be able to get back. Like that would be obviously
He add a lot.
that's my
He
guy.
would
So,
add a lot to this defense. Yeah,
but
he would add a lot
Duggar's
to the
been
defense.
a tremendous add, and aside from that Cleveland game, that play right there, that I can't forgive him for. He's been playing really well. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Come on, the
We got to
punt when
come
he
up
missed the
in
punt.
the big moments. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to come up in those big moments, and I'm confident Ramsey's going to show up against the Texans on Monday night.
Yeah.
I'm confident he's going to bounce back and have a better game. He's not going to make those same mistakes.
Yeah.
He can't afford to.
Yeah, because Houston,
Do
man,
y'all watch NFL Live?
Houston offense. You know,
Mm-mm.
I remember when we played
You don't?
CJ. What happened?
Do y'all watch NFL Live on ESPN?
Nah,
I didn't watch it this week, honestly.
nah, I didn't.
So Mina Kime said something today, Thursday. I don't want to say it was on Tuesday. She said she was talking about us defending Houston, and she was saying that when Houston really don't have much of a run game, which I know that, but she was like, if I was the Steelers, I would not fall for any play action fakes that they do, because 9 times out of 10 when they do play action fakes, they already know that the run is not coming. So just go ahead and tee off and run to the
Yeah,
quarterback. I was like, we pretty much operate
yeah,
in that space anyway. I was like, as a defense up front, we've been operating like that as a defense for years. Like that's not even like a new thing. We always kind of been in that space, unless we knew that they was going to run the football. So we always go quarterback.
yeah.
You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? So
And CJ
I
Stroud,
think Highsmith gonna have a big game this Monday.
CJ
I
liable to
feel
give it
like
up.
that's
Y'all know
what
that. Y'all
happened.
know CJ be making them boneheaded plays, so he gonna give us one. He
Yeah,
gonna give us, but
I think so too.
a few years ago he diced us up though. I remember I was like, Mike Tomlin, rookie
Yeah.
quarterback.
Yep.
They cooked us. They cooked us that day.
Austin defense, bro. He played zone the entire game. I will never forget that game.
Yep.
He played zone the
Stroud's been playing well
entire
too.
damn game. And when CJ Stroud, when the game was over, he said, "Oh yeah, we knew what they was gonna play." He knew.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. And people we wonder why I don't like Terrell Austin. This is why.
He was just chilling.
He
He was comfy.
played the same.
Yeah,
He played cover 4 and cover 3 the entire game, and I saw it. I felt like I was watching Tecmo Bowl or something. I was like, "Yo, what?" I'm like,
Yep.
seriously, bro? Like you're not gonna change nothing. Nothing.
Yep.
He was way too comfortable last time we played him. That was 2 years ago. Way too comfortable. That cannot beat it
Yeah.
on Monday. If it is,
he's
we
probably like,
cook.
guess what, guys? Last time we played him, we played zone. Guess what? We're gonna trick him and play zone again.
Yep. That's what Austin
That
definitely
feels
saying.
appropriate.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna be like, they won't see it coming because we messed up so bad last time. Let's just do it again.
Listen, man, and something else I've noticed about that
he did with
game.
that Baltimore game last year, the
Yep.
playoffs. He's like, I got a plan for Baltimore. And then I saw that shit. I said, like, this was the master plan, motherfucker. Like what was this?
He had
so
me and
tell
Cody.
TJ and
Me and Cody
Highsmith
was in
to
the bar looking
crash,
crazy,
and
shaking our head like, "What the hell's going on, bro?"
Yeah.
this was the big plan. Bum up.
Yo,
Not my fault.
nah.
Trying not to curse
What
this
the hell was I about to say? Hey, D'Amico Ryans, that's my guy, man. He was one of my favorite linebackers when he was in the league. This team is
I mess with him.
tough, just like he always played. Like this team is like
Yeah,
they took on. That's what when you talk about a culture and a head coach and the whole team take on their identity. That's what you know what I mean. That's what you want to see. That's what he's been able to.
every level they have.
That's what he's been able to do with this team, man. So
They got some players that I love.
Defensively, they just got dogs. They got dogs everywhere. So like, he's like, yo, just go out there and just do your shit. They line up the front 4. They put Sting on one side, shut down half the field. They say, stop it, stop it. We ain't changing nothing. Man up.
Yeah,
Sting got scored on last week. I was stunned.
They be like, man up, do something about it.
I was like, he got scored on by the what's the Coast receiver number 11?
Oh, Pittman.
Yeah, Pittman's like ran a little simple out, a little speed out. I was like, he scored on that. I was like, come on, Sting, like you better than that. I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, so look, so if he's gonna be the guy following DK around, we need everybody that picked up the slack when
Well,
DK
that's
was
fine.
out. Then that's what we need to do. They got some beasts
Yeah.
at linebackers too. We know what Anderson and my little cousin Danielle Hunter, that's bigger than me. We know what they could do. They combined for like 30 sacks this
Yeah.
year, something like that. 28 sacks or something like that.
Mhm.
So like
Mm-hmm.
we need,
Run at them.
Fatano
Run
and
at them.
Dylan Cook. They got their hands full.
Yeah,
Because you
absolutely.
can't double both of them.
I think we
So
should run at them.
Nope.
I think we should run at them, and I think we should throw screens at them. Particularly Hunter. You see what I'm saying? Throw the
mhm,
screens at him to make him think like it's a possibility. Especially if KG on his
yeah,
side.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Make him feel like he's gonna get screened or he's gonna get chipped. Make him feel like that all day. That'll kind of slow him up a little bit. Especially we've been running a lot of screens lately, which I've been thinking all season. Like we got Gainwell and Warren.
yeah,
Screen game perfect for both of them. You
yep,
see what I'm saying? Particularly
Yeah.
Warren.
yeah,
Particularly Warren. Warren is so good at the screen game. He is great at the screen game.
yeah. I mean,
I'm interested to see if they're gonna go with Chip with a running back on one side out of the backfield and Chip with the tight end on the other before they run routes. You know what I mean? Just to give Rodgers that the little bit of extra time.
well, the key I
But
think
we'll
was
have
just
to
for you to
see.
not get stuck in third and long situations because that's one thing I think
Yeah.
we did great with in the second
Yeah.
half. We was really
Yep.
ahead of
Yeah.
schedule. That's what helped. We was moving the ball because we was ahead of schedule a lot. Getting third and short situations where Aaron don't got to hold on to the ball too long. Obviously, that's
Yeah.
advantageous going against this defense, especially because if you give them dudes more than 2 seconds, man, they on you. Like,
Yeah.
and that's even with the best offensive line. Like, so we gotta be realistic here. We only gonna be able to withstand holding up both them dudes for so long. So as long as we don't get caught in them third and 11, 12s, where he needs a few seconds for people to get into the route, especially if they're off the chip too. Like, then we're gonna be looking at Aaron dumping it off and hoping for somebody to make a play, and then we get pissed off when it's a 2-yard gain. Because them dudes tackle.
Yeah.
Them dudes tackle. They come up and make tackles.
Yeah.
They don't be missing. So it's about taking what the defense is going to give us, which is not going to be much. I think this game ain't going to be, a high scoring kind of affair. We might win this game with 20 points, if that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We'll be lucky to score 20, in my opinion. But is that how you guys both think the game's going to go? Is just going to be like whoever scores 20 first wins, or
I think
what do you
whichever
think?
defense makes the biggest play.
Okay.
I think whichever defense makes the biggest play, which because it's going to be a one possession game, I think. So it's like whichever defense makes the stop. I think the last stop, basically, I think is what it's going to come down to. Other than that,
Okay.
it's probably going to be Fairbairn and Boswell just seeing who's going to make the most field goals that day. And that's why if we got to make tackles, we got to. Ramsey can't be pretending that or thinking he's going to catch an interception, and then Nico Collins is, or Higgins or Noel, one of those guys, just high stepping into the end zone. Come up and make these tackles on these running backs. One thing I did notice last game is that that's what I was going to say. Peyton Wilson, he only played like 12 snaps.
Yeah, I didn't see much of him.
Herbig only played 13 snaps.
So it makes sense.
See, that's crazy.
Yeah,
and I know we didn't play a lot. I know
because of
the
the
second
run
half we kind of controlled a lot of the clock.
Yeah.
And
that played
in the first half.
That played a big part.
In the first half, they want Malik Harrison in there because Peyton Wilson in the run, he's not really that great in the run defense. So like I get it, but 11 snaps, Peyton Wilson, I don't know. That was kind of crazy. So I imagine he'd probably be out there a little bit more this week. And I didn't know Herbig only played 13 snaps because he had a sack or sack and a half or something like that.
I just found out about an hour ago. I just found out about an hour ago. Couldn't believe it. He got a sack in 13 snaps though.
Yeah,
so.
right. That's crazy. But yeah, like Pat Queen only had one tackle. You know what I mean? Like,
that's crazy too.
But it just shows how complete of it shows how complete of a game the defense really. We gave up them bombs. Aside from them bombs, we gave up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We gave up we gave up splash plays for sure. That first run, Derrick Henry was like 50 yards, and then we gave up 50-yard touchdown, a 65-yard touchdown. you cannot do that, obviously, this week. But we was able to minimize that damage a lot.
Porter's got to shut down Collins.
Yeah, Nico, but them
Yep.
other two receivers will inflict the damage if we let them.
They can, but obviously Nico's priority. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
shut him down, and then it limits Stroud still.
But CJ
follow
comfortable with them
Nico
other
around
guys too
all
now,
night.
from what I've
Mm-hmm.
seen.
Yeah,
We just can't give
Yeah.
CJ time. If you rattle him, he's gonna give it up. Like he's one of those
yeah,
guys.
absolutely.
He's one of those guys that's gonna. If we can really stifle the run and make CJ drop back a lot, I think we have a good shot.
I think turnovers is big in this game. I think whoever win the turnover
Yeah.
battle will more than
Yep.
likely win this football game. Long because I think it, like you said, I think it's going to be a nip and tuck game. It's going to be a physical affair. Only difference between us two, we are more of a physically running football team than they are. You know what I'm saying? But they throw screens and stuff like that, like to like simulate run plays. So
Yep.
I think
Mm-hmm.
if we tackle well and take care of the ball offensively, we gotta take our shots though. That's the one thing we definitely have to do. We have to take our shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if we don't, it's gonna be a long day. Like for real. We're gonna have to make sure we take our shots. But I'm intrigued to see if they're gonna add their safety to the box the same way that Baltimore did. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because Baltimore did this
Yeah.
twice and they got beat by it twice. I'm like, yeah, that wasn't that bright. So I want to
Yeah.
see if,
Yeah.
especially because they got Derek Stingley. I wonder if they're
Right.
gonna do it because they got him, so they figured that we can man these guys up and add the guys in the box to stop the run game. I
Mm-hmm.
think that play into our favor if they do so.
Yeah, these guys gonna have to win a few of these matchups. The 50-50 ball, they're gonna have to come down with it, man.
Well, I
But
also think Texans got to realize like this is going to be a AFC North type game. Like Steelers are built for games like this, so it's not going to be anything like the physicality. Pittsburgh's not used to this and that. No,
Nah.
we've seen it every single year for however long now. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So we're going to bring the boom as much as they do. So I would not count the Steelers out in this game. I think they're going to show fight. They're going to show heart, and it's going to be a hard hitting game. There's going to be big hits and big plays that are definitely going to be made on the defensive end.
yeah,
I agree. I agree
yeah.
1000% with what Cody just said. Everything, because I think I like us. If I was to say a score, I think somewhere like 17-13, something somewhere in that range.
Yo, I'm
I
not
don't
going to
think
lie, by the way, in the Ravens game, I really thought I was going to hit the 13-10 because it was 10-10 for so long. I'm like, oh, wow, I might hit this
yeah,
right on
it
the
was.
nose. And then all of a sudden,
Fireworks started after that. Like,
yeah, exactly.
And
yeah,
I think it's going to be around that score too, by the way, Mitch. I think it's going to be below the 20s. It's so easy to say, obviously, because these are, Texans are a great defensive team, and Steelers don't put up like a ton of points at a high rate for the most part. So I think around 17-13, 17-14, something like that. I agree with Mitch.
I'm thinking. I don't know why 1917 popped into my mind.
Ah,
different school.
I like that.
1917, like
Boz kicked the
4
game
field
winner.
goals out of Boz
Yeah.
to get this done.
Missed
wouldn't be
extra
a
point
surprise.
with some field goals.
That wouldn't surprise me, man. He kind of owes us that to missing that extra point.
Yeah.
Bro. But you know what I thought about though? Just knowing this Ravens team, man. We've watched these guys. We've watched Lamar Harbaugh for 8 years already. I think Boz missing that kick worked in our favor. And I say that because you know how aggressive them dudes are, right? 55 seconds left. If we went up 55 seconds left, them dudes they was trying to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
and that's where the penalties and extending the play, that's when that stuff really would have came into play. Trying to heave and get that pass interference, and now I got a chance. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff would have been even more of a factor, I think. So like him missing it was like, oh, we only need a kick here. We only got to get a field goal range, and we're good. Like if we had that, if we was up 3, they would have been like, yo, we got 2 timeouts. We trying to score a tutty. You know what I mean? So that may have worked out in our favor, but obviously
I think
The boy missed the
I
field
think
goal
another
anyway.
factor
So
that people aren't talking about enough either is for this upcoming game. I'm just going back on it.
yeah,
CJ Stroud doesn't really play in cold weather. Like, how is he gonna perform? I get it. Like, QBs should be ready for any climate, any type of weather. But all the other teams in his division, like, he's not playing in the cold.
he played in
He's not
You
used
know
Ohio,
to
I
what?
think,
that.
though, right? He played.
No,
Was he
was
at
he
Ohio
played on? He
State?
went to
Yeah,
Ohio
no,
State though, Cody. Yeah, I was saying he might be used to it. You know what I'm saying? But lately,
that's fair.
lately he hasn't been playing in it like
Nah,
that. You know, because his
Yeah,
division. Hell,
that was how
no,
many years ago now at this point?
nobody in
yeah,
that division really is cold like that. Tennessee don't get that cold. Like you know what I mean. So
No,
yeah. Indy
yeah,
is
that's
Indy
beside.
playing
no.
a dome.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Jacksonville
exactly.
is Jacksonville.
It's been several years since Ohio State, so that's kind of why I'm pointing that out to see.
Yeah,
He may be used to that, but let's see what it's like now, several years later in a big time game.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
So we'll see how much of a factor that he gets one hit from Highsmith or
Big
Herbig. Let's
Cam,
see how he
Big
gets it.
Cam put that body on him. He gonna be
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Oh my
Shout
God.
out to Big Cam.
Mm.
Shout
Yeah.
out to Big Cam. He wanted that extension, right? Coming off
Yeah.
the
I
All
know we're getting
Pro.
off soon, so I was going to ask you guys too, like, for the closing of the season, who's your offensive player for us and defensive player of the year for us? And I have Cam honestly as our
We know
defensive
Kenny
our
G.
guy.
Kenny G. Obviously is the guy offensively, man.
Gotta be.
One thousand
Yeah,
percent.
I would say Rodgers, but Rodgers didn't get us any more wins than we've got the past 5 years with any other quarterback. So like his numbers are nice, but he didn't really elevate us to get to 11, 12, 13
Yeah,
wins.
but
So it's
I
got to be
also
Kenny
think if
G.
we didn't have Aaron this year, we won with Mason. I think we probably would have won 7 games. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
But
Yeah,
also, I don't
but
think that
Kenny
out of
G
the 10 games
wasn't
that we
expected to
won,
do what he
I don't
did.
think we would have won the 10 games if we didn't have Kenny, though.
Yes, I
You know,
agree. He really came out of nowhere for us. We
because
didn't really know what to expect. We knew what kind of player he was, but he elevated this team more than I
that's
expected.
another moment too.
I didn't see that coming with Kenny. I knew he had it in his wheelhouse, but man, this much of an impact, I did not see coming. Kenny, but KG is definitely my
Yeah,
Yeah,
offensive
because that's another moment that I didn't
defensive.
mention was the Dublin game. The Dublin game, right?
yeah.
Because
Oh
it was
yeah,
like
Minnesota against Minnesota.
we didn't know that. I think it was like a game time decision. Like Kenny
Mm-hmm.
G ran out there in the offense, starting offense. I'm like, wait, where Jalen Warren at? It was like, oh,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Yeah,
and
Yeah, everyone
I'm
thought
like,
that.
what? And then like he had a game. He ran for like 100 that day, right? Something
yeah.
like that.
He had a day. He had a real day.
Yeah, so that was a big deal.
My my defensive player is gonna be a little off. You said yours was Cam Cody. That what you said?
I think it would be Cam or Porter. I'm going to lean Cam because of the age and how much of a difference maker he's really made this year in the middle, which he shouldn't be doing that at his age.
Yeah, he been hooping
I don't
for real.
knock that. I think that's a good one. But I'm gonna go with Patrick Queen. I'm gonna go with PQ. That boy
Oh,
been in that
okay.
middle,
Okay.
holding it down the entire season. He started off the year playing basically with one arm because he had a hurt right shoulder
Yeah,
for like 4 weeks and kept playing. Didn't miss no starts,
Yeah.
nothing. And
I ain't gonna
that
lie.
boy
That
been
Seattle game
because
pissed me off.
between him and JPJ,
They was looking soft
between
in
him
Yeah.
that
and
Seattle game,
JPJ,
but PQ really turned it
what game?
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, PQ turned it
Oh
I
around.
know
no,
yours is
I'm gonna be
definitely
on
JPJ.
the whole team played bad that game,
They did.
and
They
but
did.
in the end, Seattle was better football
But
team.
you
Like
know who
the best kid.
I think he's had a lot of flashes since earlier in the year. And I got to give him some credit, man. Nunu,
Okay,
Nunu,
that's fair.
Nunu's
Oh
turned it
yeah,
up a
yo,
little bit.
hell yeah.
Nunu's turned it up a bit. Second half of the year. I think JPJ still my
And
guy.
can I say something to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Can I say something to that? Ken? I don't know if y'all noticed, but Benton turns up when Harmon is there. Did y'all notice that?
That
Think
what?
about it. When Harmon is there, Benton play rises
Yeah.
every time, every
Hmm.
time. And you know why that is? Because he don't have to play the nose when Harmon is there.
Mm-hmm.
Harmon can
Yeah.
move around, but he's really a nose.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you could put him in nose, and Ben can go to the end, and he can boogie out there. You know what I'm saying? So I think getting him into his natural position is the reason why Benton really be getting it done. And Harmon low key been a huge factor on this
Yeah,
defense.
I agree.
Yeah, no doubt. Because that's the thing with Nunu, man. He's not a natural nose tackle at all. So really his job is to take on that double team. But he too light for that. So like they
Yeah,
were
Yeah,
getting bodied off
yeah.
at the point of attack. And if Cam don't win his 1-on-1, that's what was happening in the Seattle game. Nunu was getting
Mm-hmm.
bodied and Cam was not winning the 1-on-1, so they was running all over us. So um, I don't know what happened mid-season, and they started working on their hand work and all of that stuff. But we know, man, like this team, most teams, they live and die by the trenches, man. And
yeah,
the young offensive line been able to gel very well. Dylan Cook hopped in the you know what I mean, first year guy. He's been in the
amazing,
league for a couple of
amazing.
years, bouncing around, but this is his first year actually playing, and he's answered the call. You know what I mean? Tyson on the other side, McCormick and Zach Frazier. Zach Frazier don't get no props in the AFC because they got Creed Humphrey and the other dude, but Zach Frazier need to be considered for some Pro
Yes,
Bowls real soon, if not
He
next
should have been
year.
in a
He
Pro
should have
Bowl
been
this
this
year.
year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
hmm
but them dudes, all them dudes, man, they young. So like, it's exciting to see for the future. Isaac been playing pretty well when he's in there. The offensive line.
yeah,
We talked a lot of junk about the offensive line, but these guys have been able to put it together, and Aaron is trusting them now, which that's trouble for everybody else for real.
yeah. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
not trying to move too fast into like looking to the future and this and that, but like if they keep this core of young offensive linemen and they can get a solidified quarterback, like that's exactly what teams need. Like this offensive line has so much crazy potential.
Hmm.
And if they stay together, they're only going to gain more chemistry,
Yep.
and things are just going to click offensively with that. So
Yeah.
I hope that they can keep these guys together, and the future looks bright if that's the
I mean, and
case.
then the first order of
I
business is
agree.
obviously signing 14 back too, and
Yes. Oh, Kenny G earned a contract, man. He's only 26. Like, come on. If we don't re-sign him and get him a
He
good
only
contract,
22.
then I don't know, man.
He only 26.
yep,
Yeah, he's only 26.
Wow.
That's what I'm
That's,
saying.
man.
Yeah.
I think the
And then you
odd
got
man out on
Warren,
the
who's
offense.
obviously
I think the odd man out on the O line is Solly Moore, but I think we need to get another offensive
I
guard.
agree.
You know what I'm saying? Only because he's older, um, a little injury prone. But you in the trenches, bro. It's hard for me to
yeah,
like get mad about that in the trenches. But we get another offensive guard, young offensive guard to go in and mesh with the rest of these guys. Cause Jones was playing well before he got hurt. So like I think I like the trajectory of the O line, and now it's good. It's just
Yeah.
good to see that we in
hey,
that place with our
they
O
got
line,
they
man.
got
It
the
really is.
ultimate test coming up Monday night, man. And
Yes, they do.
we're gonna see what they about. Because we
Absolutely.
beat the Texans. We ain't going up against no other slouches either, though. Because if we talking
Yeah,
about we got to go to Denver or we got to go to
Denver.
Jacksonville, you know what I mean? They got some dogs out there too. Um,
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
so I mean it would be either one of them depending on how things go. So going on the road against either one of those defenses,
Yeah.
not looking too far ahead. But I do think we get out of here with a win. Monday night Mike, you know what I mean? Monday night Tomlin.
I'm
Hmm.
pissed that that's on Monday night too. I'm pissed that it's
That's
on
because they
Monday
want to
night. I'm
stay. They want to
sorry.
keep us up
I don't.
late and all this dumb shit. You know what I mean?
Nah,
It's,
man,
no,
they
it's
just
messed
want
up because whoever
Pittsburgh on the
wins that game
TV,
gets
bro.
short rest.
They just want Pittsburgh on the TV. That's all. Their ratings look good with us on. We look good on Monday nights for
Yeah.
them.
Hey, long they got to come out with
Yeah.
the color
Yeah.
rush. They got to come out with the color rush. Come out with the color rush.
Man, hey, I wish they wore that Sunday night. I swear to goodness, I wish they wore that Sunday night. That'd have been perfect.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Come out with the color rush, man. Let's get crazy. Um,
Yeah.
but
For the
yeah,
playoff game too. Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. I need to give me another color rush jersey.
Well, EJ, I gotta say, I'm happy. I'm happy I don't see you with the shirt that says "Been there, won that" because I would have signed off of this immediately. If you got that
yo,
dumbass shirt, man,
don't be a hater, dog.
I don't know. The Steelers couldn't come up with anything better than that. Like, come on, man.
Hey,
I sorry, I had to get it off my chest because that shirt pissed me off.
Yo, them
Like,
shirts,
I don't need to be seeing that.
them shirts was 4
I
seconds
want.
away from
I
being sent
ordered
to
one.
Ethiopia, dog. So We got to just be happy that we got him, bro.
I just don't want you purchasing it. That's all.
Them shirts was this. Well, actually,
Already
it was a
did.
lot. It was a lot farther, but you know,
Yeah.
because that boy, as soon as it came off his foot, it was a wrap.
Yeah.
But them shirts was very close to getting sent over to somewhere. Somebody wearing them like, oh, the Steelers won. Oh, like nah, bro, they didn't. But yeah, I might have to cop one. I'm not gonna lie.
Come on, man.
Listen,
If it's a gift, fine. Don't use your money on that. You could.
Mitch already got one on the way.
Come on, Mitch, bro.
Hey, Cody, already hold on, look, hold on. Let me explain myself. Was it lame?
Man.
Absolutely, it was. It absolutely was lame. But I live in Maryland. We beat the Ravens for that shirt.
Okay. You could get a pass for that.
My boy said he needs the bragging rights. He gotta wear that.
That's so funny. He was quiet when I mentioned that. So when he said it, I'm not gonna lie. Now I was like, oh.
Yeah. See?
Hey, look. I couldn't disagree with you because you were telling the truth. I was like, but I could not walk. I could not miss an opportunity to troll. I'm a troll. I'm gonna rock that
I get
thing
that.
the whole summer into September. I swear. The Lord help me if I got to go to Baltimore Harbor or something. That shirt.
Hey
is
man,
going
look,
on.
and don't let us win the Super Bowl. You heard? Don't let it happen because it's gonna be insufferable. You're insufferable.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Let us win the Super Bowl.
All right, well, fellas, let's get to it. We got a long wait now for Monday night. It seems like but we get to enjoy Saturday and Sunday stress free. We get to watch these other fan bases. Every second they're sitting at the edge of their seat while we get to relax until Monday night.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a good one. Hopefully, it's going to be a fun one.
What y'all think about these other games?
What y'all
think about Buffalo and Jacksonville? That's gonna be. I think that's the game.
I think the whole
weekend
slate is fire.
Yes, I think so too.
That's
the game I want to see more than any other. Is the Jacksonville and Buffalo game. Those the games.
Yep.
That's the game I want to see more than any of them.
Yeah.
I really
that might go to 40 points.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a slugfest.
That's first to 40, but we'll see.
That's gonna be a slug. It's gonna be a gauntlet either way from the AFC and the NFC. Like we was talking about, man. The NFL. I don't remember seeing a playoff field look this wide open as it does this year. You know what I'm saying? In terms of anybody can get there. So I'm
probably gonna try to see if I can watch the. Oh my bad, Mitch. You can go.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna try my best to watch the Bears-Packers game because my mom and my oldest brother are Bears fans, and then my other brother Kyle, he's a Packers fan, so I'm gonna try to watch it with them, and if that's possible. So that's gonna be a good one for sure. And both of those games this year were top 10 games.
Yeah, make sure you record the interaction. So we got to see that.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
I just want to watch. Because I think all of these games gonna be good. I only seen it like this probably one other time, and I was like in the early '90s. And other than that, I ain't seen it like this good in a while, in a long while.
Yeah, don't be surprised, man. The Chargers at the Pats. Don't be surprised if.
I think that's a sneaky game. If there's an upset, I was gonna say I'll pick the Chargers. I'm not counting out the Patriots by any means, but I think out of any upset, I like that one. I don't know why. Justin Herbert's got to get it done though at some point, right?
Yeah, that defense is tough though, and he's hurt. He's playing hurt. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. What the hell just happened?
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, brothers.
Well, fellas, enjoy the weekend. Pray for the people in Minneapolis right now because it seems like it's absolutely hectic and crazy and just not even real right now. So pray for the people out there.
Yeah, it's going to turn up. What they're going to turn up over there. It's just turning up.
Dragging kids out of school and teachers, and it's just bad. It's just not stuff you like to see. It breaks my heart. So
right.
Let's keep that in our thoughts too.
No doubt.
I agree
for sure, man.
Y'all stay safe up there, man.
Yes, sir. Yo.
Absolutely, stay safe.
Yo, Mitch, don't forget to
stay inside and stay safe.
Nah, Mitch, go outside with that shirt when you get it, bro. I want to see
Yeah,
you
other than that,
record the folks when they see you with that shirt on, bro.
yeah.
I'm be thumping my chest and everything.
Yeah.
I'm petty. They can't fade me, bro.
All right, brothers.
Yo, I'm
Trust me.
done. All right, fellas. We'll get back at it next week.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all have a
Peace.
good one.
All right.